Since here the market is saying that Bitcoin doesn't feel like seeking value in this comfortable zone it has been in since November 23. If an attempt to push the price down to find value fails, what becomes more interesting is thinking in the opposite direction. It is crucial to give importance to the following event. We see the bullish breakout of Solana, and now we are experiencing a flat pattern, a very aggressive buying aggression that, after absorbing, seems like smart money is ready to push the price higher. In this video, I'll explain our next big crypto bet. Honestly, what we see in the Bitcoin chart on its 1 hour time frame, to anyone's eyes, we are indeed witnessing a strong bullish trend, and many are wondering when this trend will end, or even if it can continue. I have a very firm opinion about it, and I'll share it soon, but it will be vital to monitor what other cryptocurrencies are doing for a cross-analysis and a broader, better-founded view of what might happen next in the entire crypto market. That's why I'm showing you the Ethereum chart on its 4 hour time frame now. Similar to Bitcoin, you can observe a strong bullish impulse in Ethereum. A bullish impulse that we are currently channeling with this channel. What should have caught your attention first, I imagine, is the alpha angle of this bullish channel. To place it, we looked at these types of contacts, at these significant events that smart money not only values highly but orchestrates deliberately. We can extend this alpha angle to the opposite extreme and anticipate where the next bullish swing for Ethereum might be located. It seems like I've talked a bit too much about our short-term crypto preference, so look at the following in Ethereum. Here, we are observing a strong bullish impulse, and then we experienced its corrective pattern. Okay, this corrective pattern at first glance left us with a gap, what we call selling weakness. The bearish force has done everything possible, I can assure you, to reach the alpha angle of work. Since we know that financial markets seek an efficiency that unfortunately does not exist, as we can affirm that financial markets altogether are inefficient, despite the market itself seeking efficiency. It is in these types of inefficient events where we can identify who takes the lead, so this helps us study where the market is likely to move next. Yes, we have a gap here. This is the corrective pattern of the preceding bullish impulse. Now here, going to an hourly time frame, let's see the following. Here we have a very relevant trend line. In the end, it's the trend line of the corrective pattern, and we see how just a few hours ago, specifically this morning, the structure was pierced in a way that only smart money would do, and with the necessary volume to carry out its intentions. Intentions that Crypto Insight wants and will closely monitor. Now you're looking at the Polkadot chart on an hourly time frame. It is well known throughout the community that we have just experienced a strong bullish impulse in Polkadot, very macro, which has broken a macro bearish wedge. After this event, a defense zone has been created that smart money has not hesitated to defend over and over again. They even generated an event that crypto gives great importance to, and it is nothing else than a market trap. A market trap that has subsequently confirmed the defense zone not once but twice. What we also consider important is that they have left a gap, evidence of selling weakness, which has given wings to the price of Polkadot to break with the fury that it has just done, with the sole purpose of trying, at least, to seek a bullish climactic action. Soon, I'll explain how I think they are going to do it, but it's also crucial to analyze Solana. As you can see, Solana is providing us with extremely qualitative information. In this 4 hour time frame of Solana, we all know that we have experienced a strong crypto impulse, and Solana has been one of the cryptocurrencies that has benefited the most from this movement, and smart money has provided us with a defense zone that they would not have wanted to see lost under any circumstances. As we observe, the price has been pushed down in this area in each of the attacks that have taken place, and as I mentioned a moment ago, with the Polkadot chart, we will give great importance to this event, which is a market trap, especially when we see that later the price has come to validate the structure itself. And from this launch module, the price has come with all its fury to break the trend line that will validate the continuation of this bullish accumulation process. If you're enjoying this video, let me know in the comments. Also, support the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and clicking on the bell icon so that YouTube notifies you of future analyses. Now you're looking at the Cardano chart, and I want you to pay attention to the following. Of course, we're coming from a strong bullish impulse in Cardano on this 4 hour chart, followed by a bullish channel, an event that we at Crypto Insight know smart money often works with. Having said that, it becomes very evident that we are currently working within this bullish channel. Just look at how Cardano has defined this structure almost religiously, taking it as a trap, something very common as we know. But notice how they are working this working angle, not only from below but also from above. So, what are we seeing in the Cardano chart that can help us understand where the entire crypto market, along with Bitcoin, might move? Regarding this macro assist channel, we are already seeing one clear thing. Where is the the creek. Where is that trend line acting as compression so that we can eventually look upwards? Before I explain how I think this will happen, I'll let you know that Cardano, of all the cryptocurrencies we are analyzing, is probably the one that will enjoy the highest percentage of movement in the medium or short term. Moving to an hourly time frame, it's clear that we had a micro compression process here, visited the creek, and are now heading to visit the macro creek. It's time for me to explain how I think the future movements of cryptos will be. And if you're enjoying this analysis, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon for YouTube to notify you of future publications. Well, look, what can we expect from Cardano? Let's zoom out a bit, working from an optimistic perspective. After this compression, we'll see how it develops. Perhaps it won't be long before we break this creek, validate it, and offer a strong, expansive move, at least against its macro trend. As for Solana, remember how we just breached this creek, a very relevant level. We can interpret this event as a precursor to what will happen next. We're observing that, in each bearish attack, the price has been accompanied by volume that couldn't push it down. This is evident once again in a more aggressive attack. Despite significant volume, as you can see, they couldn't do much. All of this suggests evidence of smart money manipulation, absorbing liquidity. Therefore, we see the bullish breakout of Solana. Here, we see how they visited the creek, confirmed it, and now we're experiencing a flat pattern. A flat pattern that, in our opinion, may eventually, and probably not too far in the future, break, confirm, and offer an upward movement, a climactic action. That's the idea for Solana. Regarding Polkadot, it's a bit more of the same. We see attacks on the defense zone, and in each of these attacks, volume has come in, indicating attempts to sell that were unsuccessful. After this absorption, what we're observing is a very aggressive buying aggression, suggesting that smart money is ready to push the price up. This makes us think that we're currently in a flat pattern, and at some point, sooner or later, they might spring a trap first, but the goal is to break the flat pattern and offer a climactic upward action in Polkadot. That's the idea. Now, with Ethereum, I've already talked about this trend line, weakness in selling, the structure, and how important it has been to violently break this creek related to the corrective pattern regarding this bullish impulse. So, with Ethereum, why not? We might expect some correction. They might do it, they might not. But the real goal is to look upward and seek a climactic upward action. Let's see if they want to offer it. But the idea is something strong. And if you're wondering why we think all this will happen in the crypto market, the cryptocurrency that explains all this in detail, without a doubt, is Bitcoin. Now I'll explain in great detail what's happening with Bitcoin and what we think will happen in the immediate short term. Regarding Bitcoin, as I mentioned earlier, we're in a strong bullish channel following this impulse. If you think about it, since October 23, the price hasn't stopped rising. While we don't expect an imminent bull run, we do expect a strong climactic bullish crypto action in the coming days. Here, we're looking at a range. In this range, we've used a volume profile. In this volume profile you're seeing right now, we'll identify the value area. The value area is the price zone where traders have found the most agreement. So, let's give a lot of importance to the following event. When we can pierce the value area high, which is this extreme I'm pointing to right now, and it fails to return to seek value and is rejected, we must give this event great importance. What the market is saying here is that Bitcoin doesn't want to bother looking for value in this zone where it has felt so comfortable since November 23. That's why we have this red line shifted here. If we zoom in a bit and pay attention to what happened inside, you'll see how the price initially broke the value area high. We see how the price has broken to the upside, and subsequently, it seems they have been unable to continue their movement to return to the value area. Let's take a look at what happens when we open the chart in a channel. We're going to observe something very interesting. So look, here you are seeing how initially the price broke to the upside, the value area high. Later, if we move to the right, we'll see what really happened. We're seeing a strong bearish impulse where at the value area's border, purchases appear and push the price upward. Later, the value area high is attacked again with a lot of selling that doesn't succeed, gets absorbed, and in the consecutive cluster, we see how buying does push the price up. Once again, we're seeing institutional presence. And if we look here, we'll see how selling has clearly been happening. Look at the delta, clearly oriented to the bid. So why doesn't this sale push the price down and instead we see the price rising? All this selling has been absorbed and smart money is behind it. Now, look at the next event. It attacks again, sellers appear but fail in their attempt. And here, the buying force does take the price up. Again, the buying force is clearly evident. Look at the last attack. Purchases appear right on the border of the value area. This has already led the price to break relevant structures. That's when we can say that every attempt by retail investors to bring Bitcoin down, to seek value, a zone they love being in. Speaking of the price, of course. If we see that in a bearish attempt to bring the price down and seek value, it fails. What becomes more interesting is thinking in the opposite direction. So here, with Bitcoin, what we can expect is that, of course, this correction may come to seek the structure, make a small trap to find liquidity, confirm, but we're already thinking about that climactic bullish action we've been talking about for many weeks now. Basically, in this video, what we're saying is that we see probabilities that this long-awaited climactic action might come sooner rather than later. Now, tell me, what do you think about this? Are you bullish or bearish for the immediate short term? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you found this technical analysis interesting, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell so that YouTube notifies you of future publications. I hope you have a very good trading and see you next time. Goodbye.